No, another trip.
You did?
He did. What
She is it?
She's lying.
Oh.
It's out there, everybody knows.
She's not become a sad at first time. She went off, I think.
She went on what?
I was surprised. Oh.
What do you say she was?
You're so scared to say.
I can't hear you, man. Speak up with your big girl voice. Wedding, ah. It better be her own.
Oh, the minors. It's so wrong.
Okay, guys, a very quick one. Today is going to be an easy chapter for physics and chemistry. Okay, and when I say easy, they literally just need to think about two specific things only. Okay, today we're going to learn about the 7 main types of electromagnetic waves. Okay, so in this chapter here, the only thing you need to know is, number 1, you need to memorize all 7 of the electromagnetic waves. Number 2, you roughly need to know how the electromagnetic waves behave according to the speed of wave formula. For which comes to my first question. What's the formula for speed of wave? Again, you. What's the formula for the speed of wave? You're not him. What did she say? Very good. V equals F lambda. So we're going to understand how all these electromagnetic waves behave in terms of speed, frequency, and also wavelength. Okay. First and foremost, I want to introduce guys. Okay, even before I talk about the electromagnetic waves, the reason why they are called electromagnetic waves is because there's essentially 2 types of wave. The electric part of it and also the magnetic part of it. I want you to know that for the electric part, it usually oscillates up and down. Okay, it will oscillate up and down, whereas the magnetic part will oscillate left and right. Okay, it will oscillate left and right here. Okay, and because there's 2 parts of this wave, we call it the electromagnetic wave. In your syllabus, you only need to remember the 7 electromagnetic waves that will always come out in your exam. And they are basically everything that you've already seen before in life, right? Radio wave, microwave, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma ray. Okay? Before we go into remembering how this, I want to tell you guys a really dumb story of mine when I first graduated and went to Bangkok for the first time. When I first graduated, right, you know, that was like during the peak of 1MDB scandal. Anyone here don't know what 1MDB scandal is? You don't know 1MDB scandal. Our big boss Najib Kaur. Oh, okay. He's one of our great prime minister of our century. Okay, this prime minister here, he basically what he did was he did he did what everyone was supposed to do but didn't have the guts to do. He basically abused his power like crazy. He abused his power like crazy. He started siphoning billions of dollars into his own account, and he was very high profile about it. He bought like the rarest pink diamond for his wife, spent a lot of money doing a lot of funny things, right? But now he's in jail though. But is he really in jail? Nah, he's not lah, bro. When you're at after a certain amount of wealth, right, no one can touch you already, bro. All the tabloids that say that he's going to jail and everything. Even the day when they said that he's going to jail, right, I told everyone, I say, bro, this guy is so rich right now, bro. No one can touch him, which I feel is true lah. I don't really think he's in jail. Even if he's in jail, I think he's like, yeah.
Is it under
Is it? Yeah, it's the rich, bro. Think about it. If let's say I have billions of dollars, right? You're the one who want to catch me. Hey, here's 20 million. Let me go. Hey, you want to catch me? Here's 20 million. Let me go. Hey, here's 20 million. Let me go. You're not going to say no to that, right? Come on, lah. Think about it. Bro, it doesn't make sense. So after a certain wealth, right, you're literally but anyways, yeah. So during the peak of the 1MDB scandal, right, our currency was like crazy one. I don't know. Were you here yet? When were you? I think 2016. Not yet.
2016.
I don't think you were here, right?
I came 17.
Okay, but anyways, that was during the peak of 1MDB scandal, and our currency dropped like crazy. And when our currency dropped like crazy, right, that was the first time I went overseas to Bangkok, right? And then, what? Did someone call me?
When the economy is bad, by go overseas. Your money has no value in another
Yeah, lah.
country.
Exactly, right? So because of that, right, what I did was I exchanged some money here. Back then I was relatively poor, right? So I had to like exchange maybe 1,000 bucks ringgit to Thai baht lah, right? And then obviously 1,000 ringgit for a holiday was not enough. And then when I went there, right, I went to the money exchanger and I said I needed more Thai baht, ma, right? So I went to the money exchanger and said, hey, I've got ringgit, I want to change to Thai baht. You know, the money exchanger said no to me, you know. I'm like, it doesn't make sense, right? Because you know how money exchanges work, right? Basically, they'll buy your money at a relatively lower rate and they'll earn the difference in terms of the pricing, ma, right? So you by right, if I'm a money exchanger, I want you to exchange as much money as possible, right? Because every time you exchange money, I'll earn the difference, and that's how the business model works, ma. So when I was reading, I'm thinking, why did they want to take my money? That's weird, right? That literally goes against their business model. From which, after that, I start thinking a bit, actually, it makes sense. You know, the time when our currency was dropping every day, if let's say you're the money exchanger, right, you won't earn a big difference on, you know, if let's say for every 1 ringgit, you can get 10 Thai baht, right? They'll charge they'll give you only maybe 9.5 Thai baht. So they'll earn a very small difference only. But the problem is because our currency every day drop, right? Maybe every day his margins diminish, you know, and maybe the next week the margins will be negative already. So they didn't want to take high risk currency at that time. So from there on, I always remember that Ringgit Malaysia is very useless, no good. Then you can remember the whole electromagnetic frequency. Because I have to put this online later on, right? So I'll probably have to censor this. If not, later Malaysia cops come saying that, hey, you're discriminating Malaysian, teaching all the blah, blah, blah. But remember this, guys. Ringgit Malaysia is very useless, no good. No good, right? Then you can remember all the electromagnetic wave already. Okay? Radio, micro, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, and also gamma ray. Okay, I mean, if you want to avoid trouble, you say I don't say useless. Ringgit Malaysia is very useful. I think, right, useful, then shit, it's still no good lah.
No good.
Yeah, it's still no good lah, but whatever lah. Right. From there you can remember lah, guys. You have to remember this by the way, and you have to remember the sequence of the electromagnetic waves. On top of the sequence of electromagnetic wave, you also have to remember which one is the longest wave and which one is the shortest wave, for which there is a bit logic in here. And guys, you don't have to raw memory and memorize this. You can think about it in terms of dangers, guys. Among all these waves, which one is the most dangerous?
Yeah.
Gamma, why?
Oh.
Yes, Marvel, that's how the Hulk changed into the Hulk, but in reality, why is gamma ray dangerous? It's radioactive and it actually easily penetrates human body, guys, which is a form of radiation to your body, guys. The reason why gamma radiation can easily penetrate, welcome, Siddhan. The reason why gamma rays can easily penetrate through your body is because it has extremely small wavelength, guys. I want you guys to think about it for during the peak of the pandemic, right? You know, like all these COVID masks were selling like crazy, right? And then all these COVID masks, when they literally sold out of stock, some people started selling the N95 mask. Do you guys remember or not? The N95 mask. Then after that, the scientists came out and said that actually you don't need N95 mask to prevent COVID. Do you guys know why? You guys ever thought about it? N95 mask was the more expensive mask that they were trying to propaganda and sell to you guys during the peak of the mask seasons. Yeah, the nicer one
The one with the
like the Power Ranger one Mask Rider one Yeah.
Wait, can you show image?
Bro, how can you guys not know the N95 mask, bro? This one, bro. How can you not know? This shit was literally like selling like hotcakes, man. Anyone that sold masks were making money, man.
I used to wear 6 years old.
What?
Huh? I wear like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's too expensive. Okay, guys, let me tell you why these. why these masks were good enough and not the N95 masks. If you think about it in terms of the COVID particle, right? So the COVID particle, let's say, is this big. The normal mask that you guys wore, right, is actually in terms of filtration, it was something like this already, you know. Because this particle is bigger than the holes of the filtration mask, right? It usually cannot seep through. For the N95 mask, right, their mesh was even more tightly knitted. It was something like this. Right. So for a lot of the scientists, right, they said that the N95 mask was unnecessary because regardless, the COVID virus particle was bigger than the filter of this normal mask already. That's why just wearing this normal mask, you should be safe enough already. The N95 mask is just like more tightly woven weaves, which prevents even more smaller particles. You get what I mean? This application can be applied to gamma radiation here. Because gamma radiation can easily, the reason why gamma radiation can easily penetrate through your body is because they have extremely small wavelength. So small that they can easily seep through your cells and penetrate through your body. And that is the reason why gamma radiation is very dangerous, guys. Compared to radio waves cannot penetrate through your body, because radio waves, the wavelength is much longer already. It's like this thing, you know, it's much bigger. It cannot go through the holes here. You get what I mean, guys? This is the reason why, and from that reasoning, you should think that, okay, gamma rays is very dangerous because it has the smallest wavelength. Okay? Then next thing I want to talk about, in terms of speed, guys, which one do you think is the fastest among all the electromagnetic wave? You. Who do you think is the fastest in terms of the electromagnetic wave?
What from there?
Yeah, from here.
Actually,
X-ray. You radio wave. That was a trick question. What? First and foremost, it will definitely not be the one in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that this thing is slower than this and this thing is faster than this? Doesn't make sense, right? It should either be the extreme ends only, right? But anyways, it was a trick question. And the trick question here is supposed to jolt your memory and understand that all of them actually travel at the same speed. Now, yeah, but not just in vacuum, in general, you should know that they travel in the same speed. Okay? But yeah, if you want to be very specific, yes, it is vacuum. But in your test, they won't test you like, oh, this thing and this thing in two different things. They will usually test you which one travels the fastest. From which there was a trick question again, because all of them travel at the. Okay, that was my next question. What do you think the speed is for all the electromagnetic wave? Very good. It is the speed of light. Because if you think about it logically, right, if all of them travel at the same speed, and I've mentioned that visible light is already inside, right? Then it makes sense, right? All of them will travel at the speed of. The speed of what, Sarah? Very good. It is the speed of light. Guys, what's the speed of light again? Very good. Guys, you should, by the way, the speed of light is a number that is expected like gravity, guys. You need to know that it's 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Guys, now once again, if we understand that all of them travel at the speed of light and we understand that the wavelength decreases here, right, guys, listen up before you, everyone don't copy first, can Copy, right? Tell me right now. How come the frequency increases as you go down the line? This is with accordance to what formula? Okay, good. With accordance to your V equals to F lambda formula, right? How come the frequency is increasing as you go down the electromagnetic wave? Very good. Mathematically, if this was constant, if this thing decreases, this thing must increase, right? Does that make sense or not, guys? Anyone don't know what I'm talking about? Anyone shit at maths here and don't know what I'm talking about? Now everyone like panic, baby. Shit at maths. But you all know what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah? And one more thing I want you all to pay attention to. You see this visible light, right? This visible light explains. Last week I talked about the colors, right? Yeah, I talked about the colors last week. Anyways, yeah, we talked about monochromatic and the white light, right? We said which one had the longer wavelength, red color or violet again? Red. Guys, look here. Red, literally, right, is closer to infrared, and violet is literally closer to ultraviolet, and that is the reason why red color has the longest wavelength and violet has the shortest wavelength. Make sense or not? Now piece all the information you have together and think about it, guys. Yes? Okay? Yes, anyone has any questions? I knew it. Anyone else? Any questions with regards to this topic here, guys? Good. You all may start copying this down, everyone. Halo? Halo, dah sampai ya? Kedai bawah itu repair kereta punya, tetapi saya hantar orang turun bawah ambil. You kat mana sekarang? Sorrow Station Okay, saya hantar orang. Thank you Wait, Sorrow Station Sarah, why are you always sleeping in my class? What? Wait, are you sick or not? Are you sick? Then why are you with your mask today? Yeah, so is it because you're sick, that's why you're tired today? Or what? Stop sleeping finish copy already 17th, faster copy everything. Everything. Where's the diagram? Where's the diagram? I need this one. Why are you doing this? Oh, you're done copying already, is it? Later. You're done copying, is it? You're done copying.
You can talk. I didn't talk. You can talk. What's that next to it? Can see the other boy.
Yeah. Well, everyone Yes, indeed, really happy. I hope you can stop fighting to see your own drawing later on. Because it seems to be this one had a longer wavelength than this one later on.
Yes, I'm trying to tell us. Yeah.
Draw it again, this over there, draw a big one. Yeah. Yeah.
First, we look at ours.
This is all nice.
Oh.
I'm
again. What do you mean? Yours is ugly one and one is mine, bro.
Don't worry, there'll always be worse.
Not understand.
Oh, that's a ground.
Sarah. Can you not half as copy or not? Increasing what? Decreasing what?
Yeah. That's so sad.
I live with you.
Congratulations.
I know, right?
Follow the instructions. Okay. Okay, everyone. Yeah. And moving on. You done? Then moving on, you can see that these are the basic usages of roughly all the electromagnetic wave. Guys, I just want to highlight a few things that you can literally read it yourself, guys. I want to mention that radio waves and microwaves are both for telecommunication, not really telecommunication. If you think about it, right? Radio waves are for walkie-talkies. Anyone played with a walkie-talkie here before? Right. If you play with a walkie-talkie, right, have you ever noticed that if two people click onto the walkie-talkie, you won't hear shit all at all? Why? Very good. Because walkie-talkies, they only allow for one-way communication in a sense that the radio station use one way, right? You can hear the people from the radio station, but you sure as hell know that the radio station can't hear you from the car, right? It's a one-way communication, right? So for microwave, it's two ways though. Like all your cell phone use microwave radiation. I mean to say, if you call your friend and both of you guys start blabbering on the phone, you can still hear each other, but no one's listening, right? Blah, 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 then you both just hear blah, 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 blah. It will go two ways, guys. For infrared, it's usually anything related to heat, guys. In fact, if you look at infrared, visible light, and ultraviolet, all three of these can come from the... Very good. The sun, which I've mentioned before. Infrared is the reason why the sunlight is hot. Visible light is the reason why you can see the bright light, and ultraviolet is the reason why you'll get skin cancer if you expose yourself to the sun too long. Yes? Yes, and ultraviolet is also very commonly used for security markings. Have you guys scanned ultraviolet onto your banknotes before or not?
No,
Huh? Let me see what?
you can sign got insect one got the picture. You try? Pick Malaysia. Get out of this country. In the light, man. Not anywhere on the back, look at the back. The white color part.
So I can see this head guy.
You can see
This head guy, is it?
Ah.
Okay, that's one way to find out, but usually this is not the standard way because I think this can be copied. I think usually for security markings, right? Like all these money, right? If you scan it under UV light, they will have a special type of ink that reflects light on. That special type of ink cannot be accessed by anyone else besides Bank Negara. Right? So that's why if you see like all the money heists they start making fake money, right? They will usually not have that ink one in reality lah. And that's why if you watch some of the more realistic shows, right, they'll have to rob the ink, which is the special ink that only allows for ultraviolet to reflect. Anyways, yeah, security marking, quite commonly asked. X-ray to check for your bones, and gamma ray, this one is quite commonly asked, sterilization of food and medical equipment. So if you think about it, gamma radiation is most commonly used for cancer treatment, right? Have I told you guys this before? Cancer treatment for chemotherapy is like dropping a nuclear bomb in Japan, you know. When you drop a nuclear bomb in Japan, you don't say, oh, you good Japanese, bad Japanese, good children Japanese. They don't do that, right? I mean, you know, right, about Hiroshima, Nagasaki, right?
Do
you know? Yeah, right. Shut up lah! It's the truth lah! Oh my god, cry me a river lah! Anyways, when I drop the bomb, I don't say, oh, you're good Japanese, you don't die. Oh, you bad Japanese, you die. Children Japanese, don't die. Women Japanese, don't die. You don't, right? When the bomb drops, everyone dies, right? It's the same for gamma radiation as well. When, let's say, for example, today I have cancer, right? When let's say here is the cancer spot, right? When chemotherapy drops down here, like shoots down into here, right? You don't say that, oh, good cell, don't die, bad cell, die, cancer cell, die, oh, this one, good cell, don't die. Everything dies here, right? So that's why you can see all the cancer treatments, the first thing is they'll lose hair, then they'll start losing weight. It's because too much of the good cells are dying along with the cancer cells as well. For which I have a controversial view on chemotherapy. If let's say, right, I told
They just drop a bomb. Like,
Some candidate cancer, if you're truly cancer, after 5 years past.
oh yeah, it will recur.
I'd rather die 30 than lose my hair.
What?
Die than lose my hair.
So you rather just die? Okay, that's my belief as well. If let's say I have cancer one day, a lot of people have been saying that marijuana can help combat certain type of cancer, right? So it's like Snoop Dogg time, smoke weed every day. Shit, I'm recording. That is if you're about to die, guys. I'm totally against drugs, guys. Like I've seen some of my friends go into the dark path of drugs, and let me tell you, it wasn't nice, guys. Just for a fun fact, guys, I once had a friend, right? I used to drink with him one night we were in the club, and then he just like offered me and said, "Hey, you want some?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And he said like, I think it was ecstasy or cocaine or whatever lah. And I'm like, "No." And then after that, I said no, right? We were about to leave the club, and then he was like a bit drug rage already, right? And he said, "I want to drive." And I'm like, "Bro, but you're like high like crazy, bro. I don't think you should drive." And he's like, "No, I want to drive." And when he drove first, right? No, bloody hell. Luckily he didn't die. I was in a damn car, right? He literally had a car accident. Bro. And we're like, "Bro, I told you, bro, I wanted to drive, bro." But he was still on his drug rage. And from then onwards, we had to like cut down the friendship, you know. But people will change lah. After a while, he started turning his life around. So I'm about to say, right, guys, for those, especially if you're in international school and going to college, right, drugs would be easily accessible for college students for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah.
yeah, why are you? This was
Yeah.
What?
you know what I went MSSD, there's a whole gang of people sleeping, sharing one in the toilet.
Vape is not drugs, bro. Vape is like easy access, bro. Yeah, lah, it's bad lah. But bro, imagine like, yeah, you can't buy weed in 7-Eleven, can you? Right. But I tell you guys, seriously, on the drug side, it's like your life will deteriorate like crazy. Just don't do it. If you value your life, but if let's say you got like some trauma at home, daddy doesn't treat you well, lives with a bell, then mommy doesn't really love you, then by all means, guys, go for it. Right, but if not, if you got something to lose, right, I would highly recommend against drugs.
What if we don't do it, we sell it?
Now you're an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. Good. I that one is a bit gray area. It's supply and demand, right? But I'm not giving any consultation here, guys. It is just purely speculation. Okay, anyways, yeah. So please read through this. I know some of you assholes are not going to read through this at all, right? Even though I literally gave it to you. Yeah, and the guy that answered yes, you already know who's the asshole here already. But anyways, guys, please, if you want to ease your own exam later on, please read through everything. I think it's relatively important and quite straightforward. It's not rocket science. You can read through it yourself. Yes. Okay, for talking about microwave, about hot, right? Actually, microwave, they excite the water particles inside that makes it hot. So if you think about it, right, if you try to put biscuit in, right, the biscuit is not going to get hot because there's no water particles inside. The microwave oven works in the sense that the microwave radiation literally supplies energy to the water particles. They vibrate it at a very high speed, and then it will start to heat up. If you put anything dry into it, it won't heat up. Yeah, you could think about it that way. If let's say a container does not have water particles inside, it's like pure microwavable plastic, right? It doesn't work. You get what I mean? But still, I have quite contradicting views on microwave oven as well. In fact, I don't have a microwave oven at home. I don't know. I just don't know enough to know whether it's good or not. And I didn't bother researching. Yeah, anyways, dangers of electromagnetic wave, guys. If anyone here never done an X-ray scan before? I have to regret letting you guys drink in my damn class. Am I gonna have? Okay, guys. Anyways, if you guys ever done X-ray before, the doctors will like. There's a lot of controversial belief online, right? They say that, like especially America, they'll say like all the conspiracy theories, right? They'll say that, oh, X-ray is very dangerous, guys. If it's not dangerous, why the doctor never stay in the damn room with you? Something dumb like that, lah, right? You guys know why the doctors don't stay in the room with you when you do X-ray? Yeah. If let's say you've ever done an X-ray before, right? X-ray literally done now within 3 seconds, right? Ding, then done already, right? If you're exposed to 3 seconds of X-ray radiation, it's fine. But imagine I'm a doctor. Every patient walk in say, hey, doctor, I need to hold your hand. I'm very scared. Okay, one patient, 3 seconds. Next patient, 6 seconds. Next patient, 9 seconds. And so on and so on and so on. By next month, I'm dead already because of overexposure to X-ray radiation. Guys, that's the reason why doctors don't stay in the room. But for you, it's perfectly fine unless you have some kind of weird addiction. You want to go to do X-ray every day, then you will die also lah. Eventually, it's just a matter of time, right? But if not, it'll be totally fine. Yeah, read through this. Microwave also works on a similar working pattern. You know, like probably your parents' days, before phone. Oh shit! Before phone was this small, right? Have you guys ever seen phone this size before? You guys seen it?
Our parents are not
Shit. Generation gap already. But anyways, my parents, they used to have the phone like this one big one. Back then, only like the businessmen, they'll have these kind of phones on. And I tell you, these kind of phones, right, they were super heavy in terms of microwave radiation. You know, like the businessmen, they keep talking on a phone like this, right? The microwave radiation is like crazy. It literally burns your eardrums on. And because of that, a lot of people, they grow deaf when they grow older because of the old technology. And then they're constantly burning their eardrums. Yeah. So right now, like I think the new generation, they're more aware of these dangers, right? And usually they'll talk on their speaker on, right? Or earphones or whatever lah. Anything to minimize the microwave radiation to your ears. But of course, this is in long exposure duration. Like if you're forced to be on a business call for hours and hours every day, there's going to be a problem, right? But once again, if you talk like 5 minutes a day, tell your mom where you are and those kind of shit, it's not going to be a problem at all, guys. And we don't have these kind of phones anymore. Nowadays we have these kind of phones, you know. Yeah. You can read through this as well. It's quite straightforward, nothing much to talk about here. And the final part here, before I throw you guys into the exercise for the day, guys. This one is very commonly asked in your exam, guys. Oh, pay attention. Okay, this is the difference between analog signals and digital signals. First question I want to ask, do you think right now we're using analog signals or digital signals? Definitely digital lah, the digital era, right? Digital signals, the most common reason why we use digital signals instead of analog signals is because digital signals can travel much further with better transmission rates, guys. This one is very commonly asked in your exam. They'll ask you, state the advantage between analog signals and digital signals, from which you need to remember digital signals are just basically zeros and one, right? Zeros and one will not deteriorate over time one. Whereas analog signals, maybe initially you make like this, okay? Maybe initially you make like this, after it travels like thousands of miles, right? Probably the signal pattern also different already because it's not digital. There's too much variation in the signal already. Okay? Yeah, and you can read through this yourself. But I want to say that these two commonly asked in the exam, so you better highlight these two statements here. The main advantages between a digital signal and an analog signal. What the hell? Oh, the printing is a bit different. Yeah. Highlight statement 3 and 4, guys. Very commonly asked in your exam. This is relatively new, the new syllabus as well. So I'm quite certain they'll test you this either in your paper 2, more likely than your paper 4. Okay, good. Guys, anyone has any questions? No questions, is it?
Just see a picture of
You see what? Sure, send it right over. Why do you go for X-ray? Usually people that go for X-ray teeth is because their wisdom tooth is pointing outwards. Then it'll start to deform your teeth a little bit. Okay guys, anyone have any question or seriously? With regards. Yeah. Sorry? Increase range. So basically you can travel further. Let's say back then before digital signals, right? Here you call to KL, no problem, but here you call to Ipoh, the signal is crazy bad one. But with the digital signals right now, I can here call until Moscow also can. Because it's digitalized already. That's why all our Zooms meeting, everything is so globalized already, because we're all using digital signals now. Okay, guys, everyone shut up and start doing your ABC. After you're done with your ABC, you can do whatever you want.
No, this is not my nose. This is my nose. It's straightened. This is my so this is not mistake. No, what is it? Oh, yours is not. Oh, I have an extra on my leg, so. Oh my god, you know the X-ray section is you show the thing. You can just with hot here. I can swirl. I'm sleeping all the time. Every time you saw now, I had a.
I don't know.
This is first.
It's got other people me after the really say. Yeah. I found this.
But this one I'm gonna do it to after state.
It helped your hand.
No lah, the one was late. They just like I didn't like this.
The doctor must be you.
I don't know. I stayed in the room with me.
Maybe it's like
The room was quite big also.
Oh. It's not big enough.
But yeah, I never wear any like a shirt. I was flying now. The thing just pulled out. Why? I'm gonna go to the dental clinic. Like, I want an X-ray without a shirt.
You do so many extras. Try. It's not in it's like 1 year period, right? It's like maybe 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. Very good times. Same as for the life, you can't get all very long, you just need one a line. So not so easy, my friend. If Jesus said you haven't suffered enough in yourself yet. True. Wow, he knows. Good, thank you. Next round for the drinks for you also.
Honestly, I haven't gone before.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, 那你月年终上，听说有点
The last person. Oh, is
I tell you what.
Every time I feel
Yeah, all this shit the girls say, right? I tell you what, literally my high school girlfriend, when she saw me, right, she said, you know what she said? 这样子懒啦，丢给我我都不要。But that after that never started dating, bro. Hey, when you start going to date this girl.
It's like you know you get
You definitely need them.
What?
You definitely need them.
Yeah, you take a one trip.
Oh, you know, there's like half the film.
so I feel
You know, you get the half of the year.
Either did or thought.
the guy on sub
1 month.
Very.
Then all part of your friends. They are not the side.
No,
The whole friends have that,
I mean, I do. But.
it's just.
No, it's okay. I want to.
Yeah.
Okay. I visit that. It's easier.
So, when is Aya planning to come back out? Is she?
Yeah, she says you won't see her until June.
Oh,
Hey, today is the last week of June already.
First.
wait,
Next week will be the last week of June.
yeah.
Guys, by the way, once we're done with this chapter, next week we're going to do the last chapter of sound wave, and then we're going for our exam again. I'll be very nice. In white light, 7 different colors what we use. Which one was the thing that we split white light in different colors? What's this thing called? What's this thing called? Read the questions. Yes. This thing is called a prism. A prism splits white light into 7 colors. Yes, my friend.
What can detect an X-ray? Is it a
Oh.
color tube?
I thought it was.
No, microwave. Radio.
Photographic film. Photographic film is the film thing that you see after the X-ray.
Yeah, how do you solve it?
Giga is how many?
No, like,
Zeros.
it's just giving me the wavelength, and then I'll make picture.
Yeah, so this is given the wavelength one. You ask
So I'm supposed to assume that.
what's the formula?
B equals to formula.
So in order to find your frequency, you must be given 2 things, right? What are the 2 things?
Then the wave.
And
Oh, the speed is 3.
yes, we have step 1
Check it's infrared is used for night vision. Why is that vision used?
Question. I would assume green is just a dye color to make everything all different. But infrared is used for all vision. Green is like a dye that makes it easier to see, you know. It's not visual, it's only color. Anyways, infrared is not visible. In fact, if you want to talk about it, looking at infrared, right? We actually cannot see this, right? But if you turn on your phone camera, you can actually see it. Turn on your phone camera. Our phone camera can detect infrared radiation.
Our face ID will use infrared.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, that's why.
If you have like a CCTV scanning looking at you, right?
Teacher.
And you look at your phone constantly scans your face on you.
Teacher, someone outside.
Oh, alright.
Is that why they say go from out and use
The whole wave capture.
Oh, sorry.
Because you got CCTV.
Yes, so from reflection, refraction, diffraction, light wave to lenses to electromagnetic wave to sound wave to come for class.
Teacher.
It's okay.
It's just a few people participate in the system. What's that? What's that? Oh, I'm going to talk it. It's like why that's the way it's something good. Then what do you want to? Where's the technique? You have to show like display a line view.
That's it. But I might be good. Definitely. Just learning to space. Yeah, but.
I'm not, guys. I'm not coming to. You guys This shit on gets good. That's why he slipped out. Yes.
Not functioning. Not, I think it's fine going.
What is Gamma?
Oh, you die. Die.
My God. You. What can be Gamma?
I think I'm going.
That's
Because it's less gamma. I think it's fine go. It's done. But it's passing. Hello. It will be. Yeah.
causes you to kind of causes you problems.
Right.
Because if you can, then you will speak one.
Think it's not that.
Copy Narissa.
Wait, you did try the boyfriend ah?
金龟的你们一半给一半，要切一半。You know the math idea for song. Oh, yeah, so we can see. Do you guys see what she's saying? No. Yes, we can. No, no, that's But your math module was
So.
At this point, everyone was at meanwhile, people. I don't know if there's one. You see on the roof, the fact that all that's an achievement. That's something. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody, very different. That's all. That's going to that's the best. Oh, I now what you oh, goodness, in my case, Ryan has ideas something about meets what? I know, that's actually never lose. But talking about science, it's Ryan may I visit your home and is so yeah, but then visit the class as well 50 something percent. X is X lower you girlfriend is This is that is like you know studying how you can now one of these is not otherwise it's happening. I think some something you will find like every year about very key ones there. You know, I mean, how we use. Else it's how we don't want you to take bills. Well, you can you told me. Sorry, that's all.
You guys don't play with your play. To go for the Hey, the third one, like, this is good. That was what I'm going to do. I've done this. No, they always put together after one.
Wait,
Just, don't take off my socks.
I mean,
Okay.
Hold us, bro. He got that. Okay, you. It's four. Quite good. Say one more time. Thanks a lot, but I was trying to do one more time. Yeah.
It's tasting.
Yeah, I can not drinking with you. Just see it.
balance.
got four, right? No. The tea is more fattening or milk is more fattening?
Milk.
Milk.
Tea.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it comes out of you right now.
Wait, if you're done, I bet.
No. Until that shit.
Wait, I didn't.
First woman, yeah. First woman, mathematics. It's good, then you call it. Project, yeah. Right. First woman, get like one possibility. And you know what you are fat? Right, let's just say this one. You. But you. The agency is it not the no way you're not fat. The region yet. No way you're not fat. And the two broke. Come by food. You see, your back. Some Oh, very no. Go. This is a.
Done, bro.
I'm done. I'm never finished this. One big two big shot.
Yeah, you know, fast food.
And I got money to buy food. I'm not you broke in.
Not so fast. I know it's like.
I think that's what's supposed. That's what that's supposed to add up. But that adds up. So that's like it's how you it's still picture. No problem. It's your problem. Yeah. It's so let's see. It was a joke. It's not like it's funny. Was it funny? It's funny. You only saw the social right? Change your life. So long. Yeah, you need it.
He doesn't want to see that.
Well, you see the piece of it.
Time to function.
Maybe like a month. Let's say Roblox, the teacher just like don't
No,
teach you just
you are very not. I remember once we did from
okay, but it's like
still not correct.
I think I am.
No, I'll spy about that.
Wait,
I'll spy about that.
so. Are you meow?
Oh, dumb.
Wait, so you're some
So maybe angry. Wait, what's your?
yeah.
What is your sun transverse wave?
You know always.
It's just him, bro.
Oh, but children always.
He's such a copy man.
Yeah, I know. I got me so. What is that?
Right?
No.
It's
just commission.
Yeah.
What's okay? What's the one? Wait, isn't that ad last week?
I don't know. Oh my god. What time?
That's a lot. That's not me. Just like you change 063.
Eugene.
0863. Then we can. No, it is for fun. I saw it.
Didn't show the thing.
It's like really good. So let's 63. Every month. Let's say no.
It's black.
So you can't even 66 and BD.
Why you like black girl but you're not black?
Anyways, You still looking less than. But people, yeah.
Wait, that's
Hey,
big.
that.
They already want already.
Yeah, I'm good at already. And then I could.
Maybe it's still like-
Actually, it's like. What's your name, bro?
Now, that's the end. Oh, let's play.
Okay.
You go.
Are you my friend already?
I'll take your name.
Are you my friend already?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Gabriel Logo. Why did you ask? Did you just be there?
Where's for you? What
Yeah, why not?
do you about every week? Just for you.
And me, guys. Hey, I added you. It's funny back. Okay, I will. Not me. No.
You bro, what?
Gabriel Logo.
Oh. So it's the number. Oh. Being followed like this.
Listen, I mean, my name is Gabriel Logo. Me? Yes, I'll go back one. I go back.
Yeah, I don't have no blocks. You know, like.
No, that is for so let's say in the facility. Well, not that so. Oh, that's right.
You. Catch my move from the.
It's explain.
Really, this feel already. It's normally.
Down.
What's
I just forgot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're done with at least the ABC.
Does this room feel really hot?
Maybe
it's just the outside really cold.
Yeah.
No,
Are you cold?
you can feel hot.
Shut up lah.
You try already, man?
No.
Or you accept me lah, baby, it's not that. No, you.
Big.
It's the red color one,
Oh, you just say to me.
the ang pao.
Alright guys, let's discuss the answer, then I'll let you go for the rest of the day. Okay, check your answers. Question number 1, radio waves. Why is it empty? Question number 2, gamma ray. Question 3, ultraviolet. Question 3, a prism. Which one refracts the furthest is violet, guys. How come violet? How come violet? Because violet is the one at the bottom here, guys, right? And red is the one on top here, right? Which one travels the fastest? This is a trick question. They all travel at the same speed. This one I accept 2 answers, guys. Whenever you see the word infrared radiation, you have to remember that it's anything to do with heat, guys. So if you wrote night vision or cooking, I accept the answer. Yes. Sorry, what? No, night vision will be a different thing. You know, like the night vision that the soldiers use to see, that's using infrared one. So if this one I accept both lah, if you read right. No, communication is definitely not. Communication is radio or micro only. What? 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 Where? This is short range communication though. I wouldn't say this is for communication. Like short range as in like this thing can control this thing through infrared, right? But when we talk about communication in general, it's like further apart. So no, answer is definitely not communication. Yes. Wow, that's a good question. For which the answer is, I'm not too sure, but our eyes can only detect visible light. Our eyes can only detect visible light, nothing else. Camera will be a little bit different now. Okay. Anyways, next, gamma ray for sterilization of food. Mobile phones, definitely microwave radiation, and this one is basically 3 times 10 to the power of 8 lah. From which I hope you guys got it correct. They all travel at the same speed again because it's a scam, right? It's supposed to be blue, green, red as you increasing wavelength, right? Blue, green, red, increasing wavelength, and finally, this one should be the radio wave, microwave, infrared, ultraviolet, and X-ray. This is not even in the correct sequence, bro.
What? Oh, wait, wait.
Okay. Question number 5. These calculation questions are anyone of you guys didn't know how to do. Wow, everyone knew how to do. Okay, you then answer me what's the working for this question. No, but how come just now when I asked, no one say anything? Who else? You tell me what's the working for this question. Shut up, lah! You tell me what's the working for this question. How to do it?
You I don't know how to do.
Oh, now as
I know how to do, but I don't know how to convert the.
Really?
I don't know. I got 30 something.
It's not ingredient.
you how to Then why didn't you say anything? Huh? How to do? Tell me. What's the formula you use first?
F equals to no.
V equals to yes. Then
take the speed of light.
3 times 10 to the power of 8 equals to 89 megahertz is times 10 to the power of 6, guys. Then press this in your calculator. You'll get the answer. Something, somewhere.
Yeah, I did it by 89.
Divide by 89.
Yeah, that's why I
Crazy.
30,000.
This one don't need. Why when I ask no one highlight anything one? By the way, I want to send a friendly reminder for all of you guys, especially since you all are here. If you don't know something, okay, let me rephrase this. If you don't know something, there's 2 outcomes. Number 1 is you don't care, for which maybe your parents forced you to be here. Or number 2 is you're supposed to come learn something, right? So the next time when I ask anyone don't know this, I hope at least one person to raise up their damn hand and ask the question. If not, if let's say I really assume that, wow, everyone's so smart, I just scroll through. Then when I go to the past year papers, everyone is like, I don't know, never seen this question before. Then my temperature will start to. You, how to do question number 6? What's the working? No, you.
Divided by 0.04.
Good. Then you get this right. You, how to do this question? Divide by? Yeah. Okay. What's a photographic film, by the way? You, Sharifah, what's a photographic film? How do I know that this thing can detect X-ray? What? Shut up lah, that Gen Z. Shut up lah with all these answers. Oh my god, you're definitely someone who watched TikTok, right? I know. All these TikTok answers. Hey, those photographic film is if you ever done X-ray before, you see that the blue color, black color thing, right? That thing is called a photographic film, guys. Geiger-Müller tube is used to detect radiation for gamma, alpha, and beta. So no, Geiger-Müller tube not so good. Okay. Question number 9, you're supposed to get, it has a larger wavelength. All these are relatively straightforward. And question 10, your hand is good for infrared radiation. What was your answer? Parabolic reflector, is it? What's a parabolic reflector, may I ask? Yeah, you put your hand on top of fire, you can detect infrared radiation.
You have to control infrared.
Infrared radiation
Is that not how
it's like heat, like what's it called? What's that term? Yeah, radiation, thermal radiation, Right. You know what's a parabolic reflector? Parabolic reflector is the light bulb inside the mirror thing that shines outwards. Actually, why am I doing this? Just just show you. Yeah, sure.
Sound.
This is called a parabolic reflector, by the way. This is called a parabolic reflector, by the way.
Oh,
That reflects light. It works in the sense that it reflects light straight on, which is not the answer in this scenario
Is
here.
that why the operation room they got no shadows?
Huh? No shadows.
When they put the light on, there's no shadow when they're.
I haven't really thought about that, but it could be But for any scenario to have no shadows, you basically need light in every angle, you know. Like yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Every angle there must be light. I don't know, I never really thought about it before, but I guess so. Anyways, moving on. Question number 1, you're supposed to get, once again, they are all the same speed. Gamma ray. Number 3, you're supposed to get microwave. Number 4, X-ray. Number 5, detecting forged nodes. Number 6 is skin burns. Yeah, skin burn is the reason why, like, you know, like skin burn, you feel hot, right? Because there's too much infrared radiation on your skin already. 7 is going to be microwave. How come, by the way, before I let you guys go? Not really. Guys, you all know how the weather forecast works on? Have you guys? Yes. Yes. So just for insight, guys, if you ever seen the weather forecast site before, right? They actually monitor the movement of clouds on, you know. So they'll actually constantly take satellite images of where the cloud is moving. So let's say, for example, this cloud is moving at, let's say, like a km per hour, right? That means to say 1 hour later, this place will start to rain because there'll be the rain cloud above it already. So it actually detects the movement of rain clouds, right? So how come microwave is because microwave is used for communication between Earth to the satellite that monitors the rain cloud, guys. Okay, that's why your answer is microwave.
Then how you get like 3 days? Like from today, you can see like let's say today's Monday, you can see Thursday. It's a prediction.
It's a prediction, actually. It's not always right on, by the way. If you look at your weather forecast on your phone, right? Sometimes they say rain, right? It's not never right lah. It's a very educated guess, but once again, it's a guess. So it's prediction, not future forecasting, you know. Yeah. Anyways, that's why the answer is microwave here for the last one. Okay, guys, I want you to, everyone listen up before next week when you say, got homework, man? Shut up, right? Do your work here, everything, all the way until you see sound wave, which we'll cover next week. Okay, do you all hear what I say? Until page 123. Oh, which is just 2 pages. Yeah.
I must not.
Good luck, all the best for those who are not coming. How come? Is everyone going for holiday next week? Okay, next week when you all come, we'll start playing Switch.
Okay.
Yo, let's go. Oh,
Busy time.
what's that?
Busy time.
But I want to cover the last chapter though. Because I want to give you guys a test already.
Usually there's no second book.
There is. Of course there is. You think what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about feelings for the next 1 year, is it? There'll be a new book after this. Okay, guys, we'll stop class here today. You can go for a 15 minutes break, then we can continue with chemistry.
That's the next